What's up, y'all? Hope you guys have the most excellent day, enjoying the start of your Easter holidays. So today I want to talk about whether or not I think the Flashgitz Furry Apocalypse videos have jumped the shark. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with them. There's 4 of them. The first one came out a year or 2 ago, and they've been releasing them every so often ever since. And they involve Space Marines of the Black Templars chapter of the 40k universe interacting with furries in various settings over the course of 4 different videos in various different ways. And if you haven't seen them, I will drop a link to Flashgitz in the description. Go watch it after you're finished watching here and let me know your opinion. But in my opinion, the first one was actually alright. It was okay. The jokes were funny, if a bit dry at times. Some of them fell flat. Their sense of humor isn't the greatest, but the first one was watchable, it was amusing, there were a few cringe moments, and I think every furry out there who's seen it probably enjoyed it to some degree. Now, the second one I think was better. I think the inclusion of Sonic and Tails and the amusement of everything that happens in that video was actually better than the first one. The jokes were better. The bit where they shoot the missile at Tails, it was just, that was... some of the jokes again were a bit crap, but that comes with it. And I think these two were enjoyable because as furries we could see the humor of it, we could laugh at ourselves in a way. You know, the jokes are funny without being too harsh towards furries. You know, it wasn't, you know, digging down on furries. It was actually kind of funny. With the third one, I kind of think the Flashgitz lost their way a little bit. They gave up some of the silliness, some of the fast-paced humor, and it became more, you know, serious. I did laugh at the joke about the guy's name, but other than that, I don't know, it kind of lost something. But it did inspire me to draw this image as a response, so I can't criticize it too much for that. And it was still hitting on a level that was kind of relatable to most furries. You know, they could see the funny side of it. But when it becomes to the 4th one, you know, I really just, I don't know, I watched it and my response was meh. And I really can't think of a better way to describe the 4th one. It's gotten rid of the fast-paced humor, the silliness, all that kind of stuff, and it just became it's boring. I mean, it's narrated from the viewpoint of one of the Marines involved in it, and he just there's no substance to it. It's like, oh no, we're on a giant furry, how terrible, nobody saw that coming, it wasn't telegraphed from the first moment we landed on this, oh no. You could tell exactly what was going to happen from the very start of the video. There was and the storytelling was so dull that about halfway through I was actually itching towards the next video button, because I was legitimately bored of what I was watching. It was crap, and I watched it all the way through just because I had to. You know, I had to see if there was some funny at the end, but there wasn't. It's like, oh no, they're climbing a giant furry penis. How predictable. Whatever will happen next? Oh no. It was anticlimactic. They had this long build-up as if there was going to be some great moment at the end. And then we got to the end, and there was nothing. There was just nothing. It was crap. Nada. Absolute bollocks. Now, as a furry and a 40k enthusiast, I kind of felt let down by this. I kind of felt like, you know, they just kind of dropped the ball, or, you know, dare I say it, jumped the shark with the 4th one. Maybe they should have just left it at 3. You know, I just kind of get the impression that they've run out of ideas now, and they just made the 4th one because the first 3 were big sellers on YouTube, and the 4th one, you know, might do just as well. And they just made it for the clicks. They made it to get people through to their store, because I know they get demonetized on their Furry Apocalypse videos, but I kind of feel like they just made it to get more clicks on their store, to sell more merch. They didn't really have their heart in this one. You know, they're kind of just going through the motions at this point without really having a plan for where this series is going, if there will be a series at all. I mean, there probably will be a 5th episode. and hopefully it'll be funny, but chances are it's just gonna be boring. And I imagine there are still some 40k fanboys who are really enjoying this series, because at the end of the day, the 40k humor base is shovel meme. Use the same joke 63 times in 2 hours. That kind of level of humor is prevalent in the 40k fandom. So I imagine there's a lot of 40k fanboys who are actually still enjoying this video, but for me, it really was crap. So what do I think Flashgitz need to do to improve this? I think they need to bring back some more relatable humor for both sides. Something both furries and 40k fanboys can enjoy. Something relatable to both sides. Bring back the fast-paced jokes and the amusing little one-liners. None of this long, drawn-out, slow process humor that falls flat because they've got no punchline. You know, bring back some of the humor of the first 2 episodes, some of the fast-paced, funny hit jokes, rather than the snore fest that we got for the 4th episode. And maybe then we'll have another episode of Furry Apocalypse that's actually amusing. You know what I mean? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And go check out Furry Apocalypse over on the Flashgitz channel. It is kind of amusing for the first 2 or 3 episodes, but then the 4th episode, you know. And remember that I have a Patreon. You'll be seeing the Patreon names scrolling along the bottom of the screen right now. And I have a Discord server and various other social medias that I'll drop in the description below. But I hope you have a most excellent day now. Enjoy your weekend. You know, if you're religious, you know, do the religious thing. If you're not religious, then just enjoy a couple of extra days off work. But I hope you have a most excellent Easter. An amazing whatever the week's called after Easter. And I will see you guys in the next video, okay? You all take care now. Ta-ra.